Hey, what's going on, RotoBallers? Welcome to Week 11. RotoBaller Game Day is live right here for you. We're going to be taking as many of your questions today, and don't adjust your computers because there's nothing wrong with the channel right now. Unfortunately, Jake is not able to join me. He had an emergency at work today, and because of that, he had to stay at work a lot longer than anticipated. He's actually there right now. So unfortunately, he won't be joining me today, but I will be taking as many of your questions as possible. Jake and I all week long had been discussing about changing up the format of the video a little bit and doing a little bit something different with the show, because as we get down to the grind now, we're heading into the playoffs. Every win matters. Every start-sit decision matters right now. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be switching over to just answering as many of your questions as possible. And more than likely, Jake will start letting it flow 2 times an episode now to make sure we're getting as many of your questions as possible. Unfortunately, the Let It Flow won't be happening today. Well, maybe. If we get enough people watching and enough likes, maybe I'll let it flow with my helmet. Who knows? A little bit of Kyle Richardson-esque flow. But if you're watching for the first time, thank you for joining us. I'm Kyle Richardson, Senior Fantasy Analyst for RotoBaller.com. And if you're back watching for another time, or if you're an avid watcher, we thank you. We appreciate it. Like and subscribe. We always appreciate those. Closing in on 9,000 subscribers still. We're slowly inching our way there. I think we're just over about 180 away or something like that, and the goal was to be there by Thanksgiving. So if you have the chance to subscribe today, we would really appreciate it. But again, changing up the format a little bit. So today is just going to be about taking as many of your questions as possible. As some questions come up, I might throw some different things out there and talk a little bit about a player here or there a little bit deeper. But right now, we're just we're going to be answering questions. That's what I want to do today. That's a lot of what I want to do today. Jake isn't here today, unfortunately. Jake had an emergency at work. He is trying to get through that. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here joining me today, but I'm going to pick up the slack for him. Like I said, he's not going to be able to let it flow, but you know, maybe I will. If we get enough likes, we'll see what happens. So let's start jumping into this real quick. So Juan wants to know if I'm going Dalvin Cook or Tyler Boyd in PPR. I like the Tyler Boyd question right away, because that was actually a little note that I wrote down before I came live, is the fact that not only is A.J. Green inactive today, but John Ross is also inactive today. So that's really going to leave Tyler Boyd as your main weapon, and really outside of Gio Bernard and Joe Mixon, your only weapon, and that scares me. I'm not 100% on Tyler Boyd today. I've actually have him all the way down in standard leagues at wide receiver 20. I know, tough matchup. A lot of people were excited to see him kind of take over wide receiver 1 and give them a few good weeks before A.J. Green came back. But just with the matchup, with being the real main wide receiver weapon, there's going to be a lot of people keeping an eye on him today. I don't like it at all. I'm actually going to try and stay away from Tyler Boyd as much as possible today. So one, I would actually go Dalvin Cook, because I'm excited to see this guy go run all over the place now that he's healthy. Jeremy McMahon wants to know Galladay or John Brown. I'm going to go Galladay today. John Brown, I don't like it. I don't like him running with a rookie quarterback today. Lamar Jackson expected to take as many snaps as possible. It sounds like Robert Griffin might get a few as well. I don't know what we're going to see there. I don't want to see a lot of back and forth with the quarterback. I don't think you can really get a lot of rhythm with that. I just don't like John Brown as being the deep threat. I would like Willie Snead a little bit more in PPR. So if you have Willie Snead, I think he's a guy that they would kind of lean on. Maybe the tight ends there. Maybe Ty Montgomery, we see him give a little bit of extra today, so hopefully he's ready and raring to go. Drew says John Ross is playing. Let me double check, because I got an update that he was inactive. Maybe I misread that. Just want to double check this here real quick. Oh, John Ross is active. That was a mix-up. My bad. Yes, I apologize. John Ross is active. So that changes a little bit. Okay, so that changes a little bit. I still had Tyler Boyd pretty far down there, but with John Ross last week, he was the guy that Jake and I said, okay, maybe he helps a little bit with Tyler Boyd, but the touchdown is what helped him out. So again, the matchup is still too tough. Tyler Boyd, I'd give it a little bit of a consideration depending on who it is, but a Dalvin Cook, a guy who's going to get a decent amount of workload today, I'll still take that over Tyler Boyd. So appreciate you throwing that out there, letting me know that I had gotten the wrong message there. So he is active, not inactive today. Let's see here real quick. Giles wants to know Dalvin Cook or Lindsey. I'm going Dalvin Cook again, guy. I'm really excited to see today. Big workload, hopefully. Keeping our fingers crossed. Nacho Man 1128 wants to know Huerman or Doyle. Going Huerman. I do not like Doyle right now. 3 tight ends running at the same time. Eric Ebron being the big TD upside guy. I think the situation is too volatile there. Better game, Diggs or Galladay? Dante McCringleberry tossing out the good question there. I'm going with Galladay. I think Galladay has a better game than Diggs today. Let's see, another question here. Holgram Nunchuck wants to know Lamar Miller or Shepard, flex, half PPR. I'm going to go Shepard. Not a big fan of Miller this week. I'm going to go Shepard there as well. Stewart wants to know Anthony Miller or Derrick Henry in the flex. Trubisky over Big Ben. Also have Antonio Brown in my lineup. Stewart, I'm going Derrick Henry this week. So if you had a chance to check out our running back show this week, Derrick Henry was the guy that I talked about along with Dion Lewis quite in depth for this matchup. And this matchup this week is one that really presents a great opportunity for Derrick Henry and Dion Lewis, both to provide excellent fantasy value, fantasy return. Tennessee is at Indianapolis. Indianapolis is not great in terms of stopping the running game when through the air, so the passing game to running backs. They're not great with that. There's also a big upside with the way that Derrick Henry has played lately, that he could start to take a little bit of volume away from Dion Lewis in the run game, and I think this is a matchup that could potentially have that happen. So I am interested to see what happens with that this week. I do like Derrick Henry, so I would actually take him over Anthony Miller. I don't like Miller's matchup against the Vikings. Yeah, if you're watching right now, hit that like button. Let's get this thing over 100, please, right now. Let's see here. Justin wants to know Snead or Davis. I'm assuming you mean Corey Davis. And with that being said, Corey Davis continues to be a guy that we go back to over and over and over again. So this is what I'm going to tell you. It depends really on what you need from your matchup this week. If you need a safe play and it's PPR, I'm going Willie Snead. If you're looking for more upside and you need a bigger performance to really get the win this week, then I'm going to go with Davis. If it's standard, I will also go Davis. So a couple of different answers to that question. Galladay or Diggs, C-Mac. I already said Galladay there, so I've got you there. Half PPR flex, Marlon Mack or Sterling Shepard from New Life. You know what? I gotta go with Marlon Mack. I have to go with where the potential volume is going to be. I think it's really close. If it was full PPR, maybe I lean a little bit closer to Shepard, but Shepard was a guy I liked last week. Didn't do nearly as much as I had hoped for. Marlon Mack, again, not a great matchup today because Tennessee is so good against the run. But I would still end up slightly leaning with Marlon Mack over Sterling Shepard this week. Dante McCringleberry again wants to know Fournette or Ingram. I don't like Ingram that much. Okay, I would rather go with Fournette, who's going to get a majority of the workload, over Ingram, who's going to split a lot with Alvin Kamara. So I'm going to go with Fournette there. Scroll down here again. C-Mac, happy holidays, RotoBaller. Happy holidays to you as well, C-Mac. Thanksgiving right around the corner. Excited for that. I've been watching what I've been eating recently. I've been following a keto eating plan. It's been working well. Almost 35, 40 pounds down since the start of September. But I tell you what, I'm throwing all of that out the window on Thursday because I'm going to enjoy Thanksgiving for sure. So happy holidays as well to you. Let's see here. Big fan. Lindsey or Mac. Santiago, thanks for being a big fan. Really appreciate it. Like the video. Don't say I'm better than Jake, Santiago. Don't do that. We're equally good. Jake's my man. I could never do that to him. Always Chubb. Yes. As long as you put always Amari in the comments, then you and I can be best friends. Lindsey or Mac and standard. I'm going to have to go. So let me see how close they are in my rankings here real quick. Let me jump back here. So Lindsay, I've got him over Mac this week. So Lindsay, I've got inside the top 12. I got him at 12. Okay. So I've got Philip Lindsay at 12. So I'm going to go with Philip Lindsay this week. Even in standard, I'll roll with him over Mac. I just saw one. It just skipped down. All right, Sinai. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. SNYYE 1207 Snead or Taylor Gabriel in full PPR. You got to go Snead. 100% Snead for me. Taylor Gabriel, a guy that we liked there for a couple of weeks, really has disappeared with Anthony Miller and Allen Robinson being 100%. Taylor Gabriel really offers you zero upside, no upside whatsoever for Taylor Gabriel. So there's no way that I could put him out there. You have to go Willie Snead there, 100%. Anton, what's going on, Anton? Good morning. Good morning to you as well. Technically afternoon now. Aussie into house. Welcome from across seas. Anton. Galladay or Alshon Jeffrey, and standard going Galladay today. Even though Alshon probably has a little bit better of the matchup, going with Galladay. Sean wants to know Josh Adams. Josh Adams, he's a guy that you have to have. If you have a deeper league, if you need some help at running back, you have to grab him 100%. Eric, half-point PPR, Amari Cooper. I'm just going to stop there because it's Amari Cooper for me. No, you need two. So Amari Cooper, Tyler Boyd, or Larry Fitz. Let me see where Boyd and Fitz are on my rankings here real quick. Let me double-check this. So Larry Fitz against Oakland, I actually have him a few spots below Tyler Boyd because, again, I'm hoping David Johnson's show today. So I'm going to go with Tyler Boyd in that scenario. Let me scroll back up here. I thought I saw a good question that I really wanted to catch. TJ Sundays are not going to be complete without Jake letting it flow. I know, man. I know. Gonna miss it too. Like I said though, if we get enough likes on the video and we get enough people watching, who knows, maybe I'll let it flow. I've got the helmet back here. My helmet's bigger instead of being smaller, but you know, we can see. We'll see what happens, right? Like I said, if you want to see me try to let it flow, then we need a lot more likes because I'm not letting it flow for 93 likes. That's for sure. Let's scroll back down here real quick. All right, D.D. Westbrook or Deshaun Jackson or Moncrief from Sean. Oh, man. Deshaun Jackson is the guy I want. I want to pick Deshaun Jackson here. I do. I definitely would go Moncrief over Westbrook this week because I think Moncrief has separated himself a little bit. He's had some good weeks here, some solid weeks back-to-back. Pittsburgh being a team probably could pass a little bit on a game script situation. Tampa Bay at New York, kind of the same thing. I think honestly, this might be really weird to say. I think Moncrief might be a little bit safer of a play this week. I think Djax is going to be your higher upside play. But again, one of those questions where it depends on what you need. If you have a matchup where you just want to be safe because that's all you really need to get the win today, then go Moncrief. If you need upside, maybe you played against a couple of guys from Thursday Night Football, you're already behind a little bit. Maybe the projections are not in your favor, then go with Djax this week. Scrolling back down here. Corey Davis or Cortland Sutton. Levi wants to know. I'm going Corey Davis. Mario wants to know. Rank him. Kiki Harris or Ito Smith. Let's go with Kiki. Don't love Kiki, especially with Demaryius Thomas being in town now. But I'm going to go him over Harris or Ito Smith. I know we say that there's an Ito bit of a problem there, but let's see. Jeff wants to know why. So why answer all of these if the answer is in your rankings? Well, Jeff, okay, I need to defer to the rankings sometimes if I know some players might be kind of close. I want to make sure that I check those. I do a lot of rankings each week. I do a lot of research each week, but I want to jump back over there just to double check. You can check out all of our rankings over on RotoBaller as well, but people love to hear a little bit of feedback as well. So you can just look at my rankings and see it, but I can explain it a little bit better for you and help kind of reinforce that answer. So hopefully that answers your question. I'm going to assume, Jeff, you are a first-time caller, first-time listener. So thanks for being here. Aubrey, phone is broken. Using backup phone. Had to tune in. Appreciate it. Thanks for using the backup phone. Rivers or Prescott. Hey, Dexter, I'm going to go Dexter Nickelberry, and we also have a Dante McCringleberry. Are you guys related? Are you like long-lost brothers? Rivers or Prescott? I'm going with Prescott this week. My Prescott love, my Amari Cooper love through the roof right now. The offense is rolling. Really like the way that they are playing right now. Definitely going with Dak Prescott this week. Again, huge week. I think there's a huge week coming from him. A nice QB1 week again. Blew up Twitter a little bit this week with some Dak Prescott stats. People don't love that, but that's okay. I like to do that sometimes. Josh Reynolds or Michael Crabtree. Oh, Josh, why do you have to, on this show, hashtag never Crabtree. But the problem is Josh Reynolds, you think, okay, you look at this and you say, all right, Cooper Kupp going to be down for a while. Looks like Josh Reynolds might get a little bit of playing time here. But Josh Reynolds, to me, is a touchdown-dependent play every single week. Michael Crabtree has the opportunity. I don't like that matchup again for him. I don't love the fact that he's playing with a rookie quarterback today. But I think Crabtree's touchdown potential is higher than Josh Reynolds. So, Josh, I'm going to have to say, man, I am really not a fan of you making me choose on that one, but I have to go with Crabtree. So this week is maybe Crabtree, kind of. So we'll do that. Wesley wants to know, Collins or Matt? Collins, 100%. You have to go with Collins. He has a great matchup this week, and he has a great rest of the season schedule. If your trade deadline has not passed yet, go for it, 100%. Let me jump back over here. Just double checking as well. Got the phone next to me. Make sure if anything comes through here. Let me see. All right. Just double checking, make sure nothing else had come through. Bodie wants to know, Boyd or Cooper? I'm going with Cooper. I've got Cooper. Where do I have him? Man, I almost have him as a wide receiver 1 this week. It seems like him and Dak are getting a little bit better each week, I feel like. I've got him at wide receiver 12 in a great matchup against Atlanta. So, yeah, 100% Amari Cooper. If you have him, he is a must-start. I listed him as a must-start, too, on our wide receiver show. Philip Lindsay or Corey Davis, half PPR, going with Philip Lindsay. Matty Ice, Kyle, how you doing, man? Goff or Dak? Matty Ice, I'm doing well. Had a great day yesterday. Took the kids to the Michigan game for the first time. It was freezing cold, but they enjoyed it. So that was a lot of fun. On to Ohio State next. Going to be a good matchup next week. So excited to watch that game. I'm going with Jared Goff. As much as I like Prescott, I got Goff up as my QB4 against Kansas City. That's gonna be a fun game to watch tomorrow night. The game of the year so far, maybe all year. Hopefully it lives up to the hype. Let's see. I just saw someone say they enjoyed the channel, but I moved the cursor and everything. Alpha Minds, enjoy the channel very much. Thanks, my man. Appreciate you tuning in. My name is Steven. Steven, so thank you. Collins or Deion Lewis, full PPR. Going Collins. Collins over Deion Lewis. I do like Deion Lewis this week, but I do not like him more than Alex Collins. Especially, too. So let me just throw a blanket answer down here. So if you're out there watching and you're a fan of Alex Collins, okay, if you own Alex Collins, whatever it may be, he's in your lineup. 100% like the matchup this week. And you have to remember, too, that it sounds like Lamar Jackson, Robert Griffin III are going to maybe split some snaps, maybe a little bit more Lamar Jackson than Robert Griffin III. But they're not going to want to lean on Lamar Jackson in his first career NFL start and say, hey, you're going to be the guy to win this game for us. They're going to try to lean on Alex Collins at some point. They're going to run the ball. They're going to establish the game through the run. If they can establish the run, then that opens things up for Jackson a little bit more. So Alex Collins is a must-start for me this week. If you have him, he needs to be in your lineup 100%. So put Alex Collins in your lineup right now. That is just a blanket answer for everyone asking about him. Jumping back over, we got 350 watching, only 129 likes. Let's get this thing over 200 likes. So if you're watching right now, hit the like button. Appreciate it. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure you subscribe. And also, we are giving away a signed Alvin Kamara jersey still, too. So if you head over to my Twitter, at krich1532, the link is right down below. So if you just scroll down, you can hit that link. It will take you to Twitter. Follow me. My pinned tweet is everything that you need that will show you what you need to do to enter to win the jersey. So make sure that you go do that. We're going to be giving that thing away on the 22nd, so only a few days left for you to enter and have a shot at that. Make sure you go do that. If you don't have a Twitter handle, go to Twitter, make one up, and then go do everything that you're supposed to after that. Patrick says, let it flow, Kyle. I'm not letting it flow right now, man. If you guys want me to try and let it flow, which we'll see how that works out, we need likes, and we need a lot of them. We need like over 200 likes for sure for me to do that. Jake, I think, typically makes you guys give him 250. I'll make you give me 200 since I'm not Jake. John Brown or Mike Williams? Oh, we're gonna have to go John Brown on this one. Yeah, for sure, John Brown. Just Mike Williams again, way too touchdown dependent. He's really disappeared recently. Tyrell Williams is a guy that's taken a lot from him. We thought Mike Williams' breakout was coming. He just hasn't done what we had hoped. John Brown in this one again, even though I don't love this week for him, I have to lean him here. Super Kiki wants me to let it flow. Super Kiki, oh man, you're egging him on there. Let's get it. So yeah, again, we got to go we got to get over 200 likes, man, if you're gonna want me to let it flow. Cam Newton or Jared Goff? It is 100% Cam Newton for me. I have him as my QB2 behind Patrick Mahomes this week, so have to go with Cam Newton. Lots of upside there. Now the questions are flowing. I like it. Young Turbo wants to know Galladay or Boyd. Going Galladay. Houston Zimmerman wants to know Fournette or Mixon. I think those two are pretty close in my rankings as well. Going with Fournette at running back 11. I've got Mixon at running back 14. So going Fournette over Mixon this week. Deion Lewis or Tevin Coleman, going with Tevin Coleman just because he's the guy. Ito Smith isn't going to take away from Tevin Coleman like Derrick Henry could take away from Deion Lewis, so going Tevin Coleman. Flex PPR, Ridley or Cortland Sutton or John Brown. Again, this is one of those questions. That's from Kenny Salerno. Thanks, Kenny, for the question. Ridley, Cortland Sutton, or John Brown. That's a tough one for me. That's a tough one. I'm going to leave Ridley out of it because Ridley is just way too touchdown dependent for me right now. So then it comes down to whether I want Cortland Sutton or John Brown. Well, Cortland Sutton has to deal with Emmanuel Sanders. John Brown has to deal with Michael Crabtree, Willie Snead. So I think your highest, you know what? I'm going to go with Cortland Sutton this week. I will, because again, I don't love John Brown, rookie quarterback against the Bengals. Don't love it. So I'm going to go Cortland Sutton this week. That was a good question, though. Standard League, Thomas wants to know Sanders or Hilton. I believe those guys are super close for me as well. But I have got... Actually, they're not that close. I've got T.Y. Hilton down a little bit further in the rankings than I remembered. So he's down at 19. I've got Sanders up at 11, so I'm going with Sanders over Hilton this week. Let me get caught up here. Travis wants me to rank these three: Cook, Ingram, and Collins. Another tough one because you guys know I love Dalvin Cook, but I also love Alex Collins, so that is a tough one. Ingram is number 3 for sure. So I'm definitely putting him there. And then I'm going to go after that. I'm going to go with... I'll go Alex Collins, Dalvin Cook, Mark Ingram. That's what I'm going to do. Dalvin Cook, again, will get a majority of the work more than likely. I don't think you see a whole lot out of Latavius. That game against Chicago isn't a great one. But the good thing about that is that Kerryon Johnson scored 2 touchdowns against the Bears last week. So hopefully Dalvin Cook can find him in the end zone as well. Reno wants to know if he should toss some food in here for Jake. Hamburger or hot dog? I feel like Jake would want a hamburger right now. So that's what we'll go with. Lindsey or Sanders in PPR. Cool Cat wants to know. I'm going to go with Lindsey. Again, I like to go with the workload. Royce Freeman is back, but I don't think that matters much. I don't. Lindsey's the guy right now. So I'm going to go Lindsey over Sanders in PPR because I think that's the volume play. That's the play that I like to put out there. I always like to try and pick if the matchup was good, I'll pick the running back over the wide receiver a majority of the time because more than likely the volume will lie with the running back, giving you more opportunities to score more points, especially with a guy like Lindsey in PPR. Billy wants to know start 2 in standard. Kerryon Johnson, Joe Mixon, Leonard Fournette, or Mark Ingram. I'm going Joe Mixon and Leonard Fournette. Like Kerryon Johnson, do not like him this week, though. Super Kiki, we've never heard Kyle let it flow, so let it like. Again, we got to get this thing going over 200. We've got 366 watching. Let's get this thing up the ranks. Come on, we need to have a lot more people than 366 watching right now, so get this thing rolling. Joe Camel's throwing out an OHIO. Good luck this week, man. It'll be a fun game. It will be a fun game for sure. PPR, Mike Evans or Tariq Cohen. Going Mike Evans for sure. Kenny Galladay or Mike Evans. I'm going with Mike Evans again. He's let us down a little bit, but I need to go with Evans. Jack Doyle or Ricky Seals-Jones in a standard league. We'll go with Jack Doyle. Don't love Jack Doyle this week, but I do like him more than Ricky Seals-Jones. Lamar, Miller, Henry, or Howard. I'm going to go with Derrick Henry this week, Carrie. That kind of hurts a little bit to say, but I have to say it. Mack or Sutton, PPR. Going to go with Marlon Mack. Constantino, Marlon Mack over Sutton for me. Corey Davis or Emmanuel Sanders from Allen. Going Emmanuel Sanders. Valentino again wants to know Fitzgerald or Dalvin Cook. I'll go with Dalvin Cook. Ingram or Hooper. Let me check my tight end rankings out here real quick. Let me see where we're at on those guys. Ingram or Hooper? Good question. Give me just a second. This is typically the point where Jake would insert some fancy side talk while I look things up, but we don't have him for that. Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram this week. I've got him ranked a tad bit higher. Scrolling down here again. Kerryon Johnson or Adrian Peterson in PPR. Victor wants to know that. I'll go with Kerryon Johnson because I don't trust Adrian Peterson this week or really the rest of the season, to be honest. Last week was the last week that I was looking for. Marcus loves the show. Thank you, Marcus. Matty Ice, I do like the Red Wings, yes. Marcus wants to know DJ Moore or Sutton. I'm going DJ Moore. He's technically the wide receiver one there, even though he doesn't perform like it. But again, I like him a little bit more over Sutton because DJ Moore isn't dealing with Emmanuel Sanders. So let's see. Edgar Rodriguez wants to know Philip Lindsay or Mike Evans and flex standard. Ooh, and standard. Even in standard, and again, I talked about how I typically lean running backs. Even in standard, it's a tough one, and it's one that could backfire, but I'll go with Lindsay. I'll go with Lindsay over Mike Evans this week. That's a risky one, I think. It is, but sometimes you got to risk it for the biscuit. Am I right, people? Let's see here real quick. Standard flex, Boyd or Ingram. Going with Boyd over Ingram. Chris says you have to love a U of M fan. I feel like that's sarcastic. Honda Car Guy wants to know, great channel, thank you. Do I like Fitzgerald or Galladay? I'm going with Galladay. David wants to know Sutton, Williams, or Miller. Going with Sutton. Snead or Godwin. If it's PPR, Michael, I'll go Snead. If it's not PPR, then I would give Godwin a shot, but I'm going to go Snead in PPR for sure. Scrolling back down again. Collins or Mack in standard. Going with Collins. That's from Arizona State fan. Schaefer McCool wants to know in a PPR, Galladay, Kerryon Johnson, or Deion Lewis. Going with Galladay. Jervis wants to know Galladay or Fitzgerald. Also going with Galladay. Hakuna wants to know QT or Reynolds. Going with QT. Let's go here. We're at 206 likes right now. We got to get a little bit more than that. Come on, a little bit more. It's not even 12:30 yet, so maybe I'll let it flow after that. We'll see if Jake signs off on me letting it flow at any point. Standard League, Flex, Miller, Cooper, Sutton, Sanu, Cooper, 100% Dakota. Have to go Amari Cooper this week. TJ Sherman wants to know Jack Doyle or Burton. Going with Burton. Galladay, Kerryon Johnson, Deion. Oh, I already answered that one. That was Galladay for sure. Rivers or Trubisky. Let me double check where I've got Trub real quick. Let me Mitch Magic. That's for Jake as well. Let me see where I've got Mitch Magic at real quick. So I've got Mitch Magic quite a ways down at 19. And Rivers I got above him. So I'm going Rivers over Trubisky this week. Let's hit that like button a few more times here after the halfway point. I'll let it flow. We'll do it. I'm worried about it, but we'll do it. But we got to get more questions, because if I don't get more questions, then that's not really gonna help us with let it flow. Mixon, Hilton, Sanders, and Allen. PPR pick 2. I'm going with Sanders and Keenan Allen. Those will be my 2 today. Chris Dale, no, I love it. Let it Blue. I listen all the time. Chris, appreciate it, man. Go Blue. Rank them: Kiki, Harris, or Ito Smith. Please help. I already helped you with that, Mario. I said Kiki. And then I guess I'd go Harris after that, and then Ito Smith. Emmanuel Sanders or Sammy Watkins. Emmanuel Sanders, 100%. All right, let's do this. It's 12:30. If you want me to let it flow, okay. Number 1, hit that like button, and number 2, throw some hands up in the chat. And I have to get a drink here real quick. So throw some hands up in the chat if you want me to let it flow. Again, this is the point in the show where I take a break. Jake takes over. That's not happening today. All right, question starting to come in. 229 likes. I like it. Hands are starting to pop up. There we go. All right, we'll do it. Let's do it. How much time, though? That's the question. Jake's done 2 minutes before. I don't know if I can do 2 minutes and keep up with him, though. Let me set this. We'll do 2 minutes. Why not? So 2 minutes. We're going to let it flow for 2 minutes. Hit that like button. Keep hitting it. Keep hitting it. Keep hitting it. Let me see 250. As soon as we get 250, I'll throw this helmet on. Okay? 250 likes. I'll throw this helmet on. Seeing a lot of hands. I like it. Okay, let's get these questions rolling. 239 likes. 250 people. As soon as we get to 250, just double check. I'm going to check my phone one more time just to make sure I haven't missed any news. Doesn't look like it. AJ Green obviously out. Talked about that already. Marvin Jones being inactive for the Lions. Talked about that with Kenny Galladay. AJ Green. John Ross is active, not inactive, like I said earlier. Kiki being active. That'll be interesting to see with Demaryius Thomas there now. Joe Flacco obviously out. We've talked about that. Jaguars apparently want to trade Jalen Ramsey, or at least thinking about it. That seems a little bit odd. I don't know if I would pull that if I were them. Okay, we at 250. We're at 249. One more like. Who's going to be the person? Who's going to be the person that likes the video and gets us to 250? It's coming, people. 252. There it is. I got to take my glasses off first. All right, got to get these questions in here. I don't know if you can hear me or not. I'm going to have to hold the helmet because it's way too big. So let me hit the start button, and I'm going to try to let it flow in honor of Jake not being here. This is super awkward. Props to him for doing this all the time. So let's let this thing flow. 3, 2, 1, start. All right, Mahomes or Breeze, going Mahomes. PPR running backs, Latavius Murray, Bibbs, Eckler, going with Eckler this week. Kenny G or Sammy Watkins, going Kenny G. Fitzpatrick or Prescott, I'm going with Prescott. Boyd or Dalvin Cook, I'm going to go with Dalvin Cook. Demaryius Thomas or Ridley in a standard league, I'm going with Demaryius Thomas. John Brown, Sutton, Godwin, half PPR, I will go with Sutton. AP or Riddick at my flex PPR. I'm going to go with Riddick in PPR. I think that's a good matchup this week. Andrew Luck or Big Ben. Give me Andrew Luck. Pick 2 PPR. Cooper, Davis or Galladay. Cooper and Galladay 100% for sure. Tate or Ridley. Flex and standard. Give me Golden Tate. I think this is a good week for him. Sit 1 in standard. Sanders, Cooper, Fitzgerald, Barber. Sit Barber for sure. Joe Mixon or Kerryon Johnson, standard scoring, going with Joe Mixon. Tyrell Williams or Anthony Miller in standard, go with Anthony Miller. Mixon or Cook, going with, oh, that one caught me up. Go with Cook this week, or no, Mixon. Go with Mixon this week. Cousins or Fitzpatrick, go with Cousins. Cohen or Freeman, going with Cohen because it looks like Royce Freeman from Denver. Definitely go with Cohen there. Cortland Sutton or Christian Kirk, I'm going with Cortland Sutton. Juju or Mike Evans, I'm going with Juju. Deshaun Watson or Dak Prescott, going Deshaun Watson. Allen Robinson or DJ Moore, go Allen Robinson. Hilton or Galladay, go Galladay. Need 2 PPR Ingram, Kerryon, Galladay, go with Kerryon and Galladay. Standard flex, Lindsey or Ridley, or sit Mixon or play both. That question, that's from Germany. Standard flex, Lindsey or Ridley, or sit Mixon and play both. Go with Lindsey and Mixon for sure. Shepard or Ridley in PPR, go with Shepard. Cohen or Kerryon Johnson, go with Cohen in PPR, Kerryon Johnson in standard. Tevin Coleman, Alshon Jeffrey, Lindsey in your flex, half PPR. I'm going with Lindsey. Buck Allen or Josh Adams, 100%. PPR, Kiki or Royce Freeman, go with Kiki. Oh, that was 2 minutes already. Look at that. I made it through. I did it. I let it flow like Jake. So if you're a fan of the show and you've seen us let it flow before, you have to let me in the comments know. Was that good? Was that all right? I'm kind of proud of myself. I'm not going to lie. Jake's going to be super upset. Maybe I'll let it flow again. If you stick around, I'm going to let it flow again, man, because that was fun. Now I know why he does this. That's a lot of fun. Definitely before the end of the show, stick around because I'm going to do that again. Yeah, the helmet's way too big, big timer. It's not copyright infringement, Joe. There's no way. We share creativity on this show. I do. I do need to get a drink, though. Joe says I look younger. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. I turned 30 this year, so I've been having a tough time dealing with that. 100% though. I'm gonna let it flow again for sure. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, Nacho Man, Jake and I need to find a helmet that's in between the side of the bars. For sure. Yeah, I'm gonna let it flow again. That was a lot of fun. It's only 12:35. I'll do it again, 100%. So stick around. Like the video. If we get this thing to like 325 likes, it's at 277 right now. Get this thing to 325 and we'll let it flow again for sure. Just want to double check the phone again. I don't want to miss anything. I just got this from SleeperBot, and this is kind of an odd one. I don't know what is going on here, but it says Condoleezza Rice, a reported candidate for the Browns head coaching job, according to Adam Schefter, has experience speaking in front of an NFL team. I'm gonna have to read more on that. Since it came from SleeperBot, there's got to be something out there about this, so I'm gonna have to check this out afterwards. Teresa, your flow is good, but you never answer me. Blue helmet is better than Jake's. Teresa, I'm gonna keep an eye out. What's your question, Teresa? Let me know. Throw your question out there again, so I can help you out and answer that question. Martha wants to know Mixon or Kerryon Johnson. Mixon. John Brown or Marlon Mack. I'll go with Marlon Mack. Ingram or Lindsey. With Lindsey. Teresa, if you're still watching, drop that question in there. Michael says that Jake and I should challenge each other to a let it flow. How many questions can we answer? We'll see. We'll see. We also said that if we got to 10,000 subscribers before the end of the season that we would do a hot dog eating contest. I don't think that's going to happen now, but I was worried about that for a while. Ricky wants to know, can someone play in my fantasy leagues for me while I'm in jail for the next 3 weeks? Well, Ricky, sorry to hear that you're going away. Do your time, get out, learn from the experience, be better next time. Okay. Nothing against you, my man. Everyone makes mistakes. I don't know if anyone can play for you though. Find a friend, give them your login information, and then you'll be back in 3 weeks. Injured Sammy Watkins or Crabtree. Josh, again, throwing these questions out that make me, I don't know. I can't go Sammy Watkins because as much as I hashtag never Crabtree, I hashtag will never Sammy Watkins. So I feel like I have to go Crabtree this week. AP or Dalvin Cook? Dalvin Cook. Mac, that's from Douglas. Douglas, go AP, or excuse me, go Dalvin Cook over AP. Robert Baldwin wants to know Mac or Coleman and a half-point PPR. That is a definite. I got to check that one out here real quick. I want to see where Coleman's at real quick because I can't remember where I have him. Tevin Coleman. Tevin Coleman. Go with him. I have him a little bit higher than Mac this week. Lots of footballs there from Cole. Ingram or Burton in standard. I've got Ingram this week. Let me see. Yeah, I do have Ingram this week. Just wanted to double check again. Patrick Mahomes is my #1 quarterback. So I just saw someone ask about Patrick Mahomes. It's gone already, so I missed the question, but it's Patrick Mahomes for sure. If you have Patrick Mahomes, he's my QB1 this week. He's in your lineup. Deion Lewis or Mixon in PPR? Mixon for me. You have to go with Mixon. 292 likes. Remember, if you get to 315, I will let it flow again. We have 375 people watching, so we have more than enough people that can hit the like button. So if you want me to get through a bunch of questions again, then I'm going to need you to hit the like button quickly. So do that. Let's get this thing over, what did I say? 325 likes is where we need to get. Lindsey or Cooks in PPR. Lindsey, I have him over Cooks this week. Help Patrick Mahomes or Mitch Trubisky. Philip again. Patrick Mahomes, Philip, 100%. He's my quarterback one. If you have Patrick Mahomes this week, he is starting for you. You have to definitely put him in. Ty or Ingram in standard. I'll go with Ty this week. Go with Hilton over Ingram. Deion Lewis over Ty or Juju. No. Over neither of those guys. You have to go Ty and Juju, 100% from me. Joe says, are you kidding about the Condoleezza Rice thing? No, I'm not, because it came through on my phone, on SleeperBot. So, I don't know. I haven't seen anything about this. I would need to look it up. Reno wants to know, Boyd or Miller? Throwing some baby bottles out there. Go Boyd over Miller this week, Reno. Let's see here. Eating contest. Boyd or Miller. Reno. Going with Boyd over Miller. Oh, I just answered that. It must have popped up again. My bad. Wentz or Goff. Go with Goff. Galladay or Kerryon Johnson or Lewis in PPR. For Mendevil 12. Galladay for sure. George wants to know, do you also take Twitter questions and answer them? Yes and no, because there's so many questions in the chat. I don't typically read from Twitter while I'm here because you are all the people that are tuning in and watching. So I appreciate that. But if you're watching right now, please know that I answer all of my questions on Twitter, at least to the best of my ability. So my DMs are always open. Please go over and follow me. Closing in on 10,000 followers, that is a goal that I've had for a while now, so I would love to get there. And if you can help me with that, if you have a Twitter account and you're watching right now and you're not already following me, I would really appreciate that. Only 2 more likes for us to let it flow again. Let's see here real quick. Nathan wants to know how many push-ups you can do. Let's check it out. I'm going to jump down here real quick. No, I'm kidding. I'm not doing push-ups right now. I don't know. I haven't really tried keeping track of my push-ups recently, I guess. I don't know. That was a good question. Maybe Jake and I can have a hot dog eating contest, a let it flow contest, and a push-up contest. I don't think he'd be very happy knowing that I'm signing him up for these things right now. Diamond Dave wants to know Boyd or Robinson. Going with Boyd. Jamiz wants to know Deion Lewis over Ty or Juju in standard. I already answered that question. Juju and Ty for me. Josh wants to know, Josh Park, Fitz or Mixon in a PPR league. I'm going with Mixon. Teresa, there you are, Teresa. Now I see. I got your question now. Teresa, Dak or Fitzpatrick, Ebron or O.J. Howard in standard. Definitely Dak over Fitzpatrick, Teresa. And then Ebron or O.J. Howard. I have O.J. Howard at number 4 because I think he's the guy that amasses the volume. Eric Ebron is going to be more of your touchdown dependent. But if he keeps scoring 3 touchdowns a week, that's not going to matter. But I am going to go with O.J. Howard over Ebron this week. So I got you, Teresa. There you go that time. I didn't get you during Let It Flow, but I got you there. Thank you for throwing that back out there for me. Matty Ice, Jake is working. Sign him up for everything that you can. I'm going to let him know about this. I'm going to message him soon and see what he says. I can even message him right now. I don't know if he's checking his phone at work or not. But we're going to message him real quick while I'm answering some questions and see how upset he gets that I just signed him up for those things. So, just told everyone we are doing a push-up contest as well as hot dog eating, if I could spell, hot dog eating, and let it flow. We'll see if he gets back to me. Doyle or Ebron. Going Ebron over Doyle. Boyd or Jordan Howard for my flex. Going with Boyd. Jordan Howard. Man, I don't trust Jordan Howard at all. Kiki or Dede Westbrook. Jay, that's a tough one, man. Don't have any other options. I'll go with Kiki. Come on, answer mine, please, please, please. Ryan wants to know Trubisky or Stafford or Dalton in full PPR. Let me double check this real quick. I need to remember where I have Dalton at. So I have Stafford way down there. Stafford is not a guy. As much as I love Matt Stafford, it has not been a good season. So you want to know again, Trubisky, Stafford, or Dalton? Trubisky, Stafford. Where's Dalton at? Where do I have Dalton at right now? I haven't even done. Trubisky. Trubisky's the guy to go with there. Should you take a chance on Lamar Jackson? I would not. I would not. Josh Reynolds, Willie Snead, or Adam Humphries? Willie Snead for sure, especially if it's PPR. Abdinent? Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Excuse me. Wants to know if Watkins is playing today. I haven't seen it say that he's out. I have seen that he's injured. It might not be 100% though. If I've missed something, let me know. Samuel says we should do the hot dog eating contest, followed by the push-up contest, followed by the let it flow contest. First annual RotoBaller Olympics. I like it. Brian, hey Kyle, love your stuff. Appreciate it, my man. He throws out a please, 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 please. Pick 3 for PPR. D-Jack, Shepard, Ridley, Sutton, T.Y. Hutton, Watkins, and Miller. So many options. T.Y. is number 1. Shepard is number 2. Sutton is number 3. Those would be my 3 that I would pick. Aaron, love your guys' show. You listen all week long and sit at 8 and 2. Thanks for the great content. Aaron, appreciate it, my man. Thanks for tuning in. Ryan says, thank you. You're the man. I appreciate it. Dakota, good job, Kyle. Thank you again. Appreciate all the love today, folks. Brandon Rojas, Cohen, or Cook? I'm going with Cook. Still going with Cook. Bailey Joe Barnes wants to know Dak over Cam. Bailey, love myself some Dak, but Cam's my number 2 quarterback this week. He's going to shred the Lions today. Unfortunately, my Lions. 1246 at 1250. I'm going to let it flow again. So we'll do this. We've got the likes. Like this thing. Let's get a lot of people in here at the last minute. Let's get a few more people in here. Running back 2 standard, Coleman, Collins, or Ingram. I have to go with, in standard, Collins. Mac or AP in PPR. I'll go with Mac. Since please, please, please seems to be working. Brian wants to know Robert Woods or Alshon Jeffrey in the flex. Go with Robert Woods. Robeat Woods. I don't know who Robeat Woods is, but I know Robert Woods is who I would play over Alshon Jeffrey. Just messing with you, Brian. Kevin Kobus wants to know Collins or Cook in PPR. In PPR, I'll go Cook because of the upside of playing. So Jake has responded, and Jake hates me right now. Jake's response was, I hate you. I wonder what he hates me more for, the hot dog eating contest or the I'm going to guess it's probably the push-up contest. Okay, someone just said that Watkins is out. Ryan just saw it on ESPN. Thanks for the update, Ryan. Appreciate it. Watkins, get him out of your lineup for sure. Cooper or Boyd this week. Give me Coop. Give me Coop, people. Love Amari Cooper this week for sure. Olsen or Burton. That one I got to double check again. Let's see here real fast. Olsen, I've got it 3. I've got it tied in 3. Let's go with Olsen this week. Matty Ice, please, please, please. That's not enough pleases, Matty. Boyd, Moncrief, Snead, or Reynolds. Going with Boyd. And then Snead after that if it's PPR. Shushant Chettery wants to know CMC or DJ. Please, 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 please. I'm going with David Johnson this week. Man, David Johnson seems to be trending in the right direction. I think they've really figured out what they need to do with him. I've got David Johnson at 6. I've got Christian McCaffrey at 7. So I will roll with David Johnson this week. Whole lot of pleases out there. You guys are being very nice today. Dalvin Cook, D-Jax, or Anthony Miller, PPR, Flex Play. This is not please, P-L-E-A-S-E. This is please, P-L-Z. Please, please, please. Dalvin Cook for me. Going him in the flex. Kyle, you should get a cardboard cutout of Jake when he is not in residence. That is a great idea, Anton. If I could do that, if I could figure out a way to do that, I would do that. I will get myself a cardboard cutout of Jake. He'll go right here. How's that sound? I'll have to maybe move it a little bit so you can see him better, but he'll go right over here. How's that sound? I'll look into that. We'll see what the price tag is on that. It's $12.49. Let's let this thing flow. You want to let this thing flow again? That was so much fun, man. Now I get why Jake does it. I'm not gonna let him have all the fun. So let's let this let this thing flow again. 366 people watching. You all have got questions, right? That's why you're here. Corey Davis, Fitzgerald, or Allen Robinson, PPR. Help Kyle. Aaron, go with Fitzgerald in PPR. Man, got to with the whistle again. 338 likes. Jake Carr wants to know Allen, Cooper, or Martin. Actually, I've got Cooper over Allen this week by a little bit. By a smidge. By a tidbit, as I like to say. All right, you guys want me to let this thing flow again? Let's do this, okay? Hit the like button. By the time this is done, let's get this thing over 350 likes. We're wrapping up the show. 12:50. Games are going to be starting soon. Y'all need to set your lineups. We're going to let this thing flow for 3 minutes this time, all right? We ready for this? All right. I'm trying to remember how I had this on last time. All right, let's let this thing flow. Again, if we can get this thing to 350 likes by the time I'm done with this, that'd be perfect. All right, let's let this thing flow again in 3, 2, 1. 3 minutes, let it flow. Jeff Yorman or Jordan Reed. I'm going with Jordan Reed. Traquan Smith or Aguilar. Who would you start? I'm going to go with Aguilar. Josh Adams or Willie Snead, half PPR. Going with Willie Snead. John Brown, Funchess, Miller, or Snead. Pick 2 PPR. I am going with... I don't want to say it. I don't want to say never Funchess. So John Brown. No, I have to. Go with Funchess and Snead this week. Golden Tate or T.Y. Hilton. I'm going with T.Y. Hilton. Chargers or Texans defense. Going with Texans. My chat just jumped. Sorry. Hilton or Davis, please, please, please. Going with Hilton. Big Ben or Trubisky. Going with Big Ben. Peyton Barber or Nelson Aguilar. Going with Aguilar. Barkley, Fournette, Mixon, Lewis. I need to pick 3. It's Barkley, Fournette, Mixon for sure. Dalvin Cook or Kerryon Johnson. Going with Dalvin Cook. Barkley, Fournette, Mixon, Lewis. I already picked that one. I just did it. Coleman or Tate and Standard. Go with Coleman. Kenny G, Lindsey, or Mac, full PPR. Go with Lindsey and full PPR. Martin or Josh Adams. Go Doug Martin. Vance or Ingram. Go with Ingram. Deion Lewis, Mixon, Sanders, or Boyd in PPR. Sanders in PPR. Should I drop Sutton and pick up Fitzgerald? Yes. Yep, I would do that. Calvin Ridley or Tyler Boyd is Tyler Boyd for me. John Brown or Derrick Henry. Going with Derrick Henry. Mixon or I don't know who Body is. Mixon or Body. I'm going to think you say Boyd. So I'm going to go with Mixon. I'm going to follow the volume with that one. Jordan Howard or Lamar Miller. Go with Jordan Howard. Full PPR. Who should I start as my flex? Emmanuel Sanders, Kenny Galladay, or Josh Reynolds? Emmanuel Sanders for me. Dalvin Cook or Kerryon Johnson. Go with Dalvin Cook. Galladay or Davis. Go with Galladay. Tevin Coleman or Tariq Cohen. Go with Tevin Coleman. Ingram or Fournette. Go with Fournette. Shepard or Dalvin Cook in PPR flex. Dalvin Cook. Riddick or Josh Adams is your flex and standard. Josh Adams and standard. If it was PPR, I would say Riddick. PPR flex. Cook or Jeffrey. Go with Cook. Matt Ryan or Larry Fitzgerald. Matt Ryan or Fitzmagic. Excuse me. Go with Matt Ryan. Full PPR. Roethlisberger or Prescott. Go with Prescott. Rivers or Dak. Go with Dak. Larry Fitzgerald or Doug Martin in PPR. Larry Fitzgerald in PPR. Kyle, Riddick or Josh Adams in the flex and standard. Miguel, that is Josh Adams in standard. It would be Riddick only if it's PPR. Mac or AP in PPR. Go with Mac. Snead or Shepard in PPR. Go Snead. TY or Diggs. Go with TY. Cook or Jeffrey. Go with Cook. Boyd or Mark Ingram. Go with Boyd. Sutton or Reynolds. Go with Sutton. Boyd or Mike Evans. Mike Evans. Goff or Watson. Go with Goff. Vance McDonald or Doyle. I like Vance McDonald. Kiki or Dalvin Cook. Go with Dalvin Cook. Mixon, Dalvin, or Lindsey. 1 point per rush and reception. Ooh, go with Lindsey. Matty Ice or Luck. Go with Luck. Big Ben, Fitz, or Lamar. The timer's going off. I'm still answering questions though. Raid or Ebron. Go with Ebron this week. Cohen or Peterson in standard. Go with Cohen still. I don't trust Peterson. Lindsey or Kerryon. Go with Lindsey. Boyd or Larry Fitzgerald. Still have to go with Boyd. Cohen or Peterson in standard? I already answered that one. I said Cohen. Let it bro. Alshon or Hilton? Got to go with Home. Are you calling me Holmes, or is that somebody's name? If it's somebody's name, I don't know who that is, but I'm going to go with Hilton. Williams or Godwin? Go with Godwin. Lindsey or Galladay in the flex? Go with Lindsey. Josh Adams or John Brown in half PPR? Go with John Brown. A couple more questions. Rudolph, Uzomama or RSJ? Go with Rudolph. Reynolds, Sutton or Cooper? Cooper 100%. Jesus, go with Cooper. Carry-on or Ingram? Go with Carry-on. Cooper, Demaryius Thomas or Boyd? Go with Cooper. John Brown or Sanu? Go with John Brown. FanDuel or DraftKings? I don't know. I don't play on either. And that's where we'll stop this thing. Whew. I said it for 3 minutes and I went over that, so I'm not sure how long I went. All right, let's hang that up so it doesn't fall and break. Oh, man. All right. Toss some hands up. If that was good, if you guys enjoyed 2 Let It Flows from me today, go ahead and not only hit that like button, but toss some hands up in the air there so I know I did a decent job. Galladay, Cooper, or Shepard? I'm going with Cooper. Got some thumbs up there. Appreciate it, guys. Hot dog or hamburger? I don't know. I enjoy brats more than hot dogs. Coleman, Cook, or Ingram? I'm going with Coleman. Rudolph or Doyle? I'm going with Rudolph. McDonough, I read yours and didn't answer. My bad. What was it? Mac or Martin? I'm going with Doug Martin this week. Galladay versus Carolina. Jeffrey, I'm going with Galladay. Doyle or Ingram? Go with Ingram. Tevin Coleman or Treat Cohen? Go with Coleman. Mac or Davis in the flex PPR? I'm going to go with Mac. Cohen or Peterson? Go with Cohen. Appreciate all the hands, people. Thank you. Hopefully I was able to... Oh, I just got a thumbs down too. Oh man, that was 355-0, and someone didn't like the video. That's all right. Allen, Sanders, Kiki, pick 2. Allen and Sanders. Cousins or Manning? All PPR. I'll go Cousins. Honey Bunches of Oats or one of the illegals from the... Jack, you can't ask questions like that, especially when I'm just flying through them. Fake news. Browns have not considered Rice at this point. Thanks, Joe, for looking into that. Corey Davis or Golden Tate? I'll go with Tate. Tate or Miller? Tate. Cook or Howard? Cook. Kiki, Tyrell, or Traquan Smith? Kiki, PPR. I'll go Tyrell and standard. Flex. Running back 2, flex. Mixon, Carry-on, or Juju? Standard. I'll go with Mixon and Juju this week. Carry-on or Ingram? Cooper, Demaryius Thomas, or Boyd? Carry-on and Cooper. We got a few minutes left. They probably hate puppies too. Who hates puppies? Jalen Richard or AP and half PPR, or Jalen Richard or AP and half PPR. I'm going to go with AP over Jalen. I don't like Jalen Richard this week. I think Doug Martin's going to start taking away from him. Corey Davis or Tyler Boyd? Tyler Boyd. Martin or Larry? If that's Doug Martin, I will go Doug Martin this week. I do like him. Christian Kirk or Godwin? I'm going Christian Kirk. Hewerman or Jared Cook? Go with Jared Cook. Anton, I'm making you thirsty. My bad. Gotta keep the whistle wet. Kenny Galladay or Juju? I'll go with Juju. Big Ben or Fitzmagic? Let me double check that one here real quick. I feel like I answered it already. No, I'm doubting myself. I've got Fitzpatrick, 1 spot ahead. Let me see here real quick. I'm not on the right tab to answer your questions. There we go. There are your questions. QT Sutton or Howard in full PPR? I will go Sutton. Santos or Matt Bryant for a kicker? Derek, go with Matt Bryant. Derek, I see you out there. You're always commenting on the videos, man. Appreciate you watching. Higher upside running back in PPR: Smallwood, Freeman, Gio, Adams, Bibbs. Whew. Actually, I'll go Gio this week. I'll go Gio Bernard. Jason Kyle lets it flow for the win. Appreciate it, my man. John Brown or Doug Martin in 1 PPR? Gotta go Brown in PPR. I like Martin, but he has no upside whatsoever in the passing game. Shepard, Corey Davis in PPR. Gonna go Shepard. Love the show, bro. Appreciate it, Lewis. Great show, Kyle. Thank you, Chris. You're awesome, Kyle. Thank you, Alpha Minds. Appreciate it, guys. Hopefully, I was able to hold up my end of the bargain without Jake being here this week. So I really appreciate it. Like that video for me. If you have not liked the video yet, like it for me real quick. I would appreciate that. But we only got a minute until kickoff, so head out there, get your lineup set, do whatever you need to do to get ready for the day. I'm not going to lie. I think there's a couple of lineups that I did not set this morning, and it is way too late now for me to rush and try to do it. So we'll see. We will see what happens. So, again, appreciate everyone tuning in today. Remember, we're giving away that free Alvin Kamara signed jersey. Head over to my Twitter account, at krich1532. Follow me. Follow all the steps. You'll be entered for a chance to win that jersey, which we're giving away on the 22nd. Make sure you head to rotoballer.com for all of your fantasy football needs. If you have questions throughout the week, we have you covered here on the RotoBaller channel. Newton or Fitzmagic, Sean, it's Newton, 100%. Make sure that you head to RotoBaller for all of your needs. RotoBaller here on YouTube. We're dropping positional videos. I might be live streaming tonight talking waiver wires, or I'll live stream tomorrow night talking waiver wires. Haven't decided which night I'll do, but I'll be talking waiver wires soon. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet. Please and thank you. Make sure you go over to Jake's channel, the Fantasy Headliners, and subscribe to him as well. He'll be back with me shortly. Just had to take care of something today. It is now 1 o'clock, so I'm going to let everybody go. Enjoy your Sunday. Best wishes to all. Hopefully you get many wins today, and we will catch you on the next episode of RotoBaller Game Day. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Appreciate it. Great show today. Have a good Sunday.